Hi, everyone. This is Miss Jackie with the Santa Clara City Library. We will be starting our STEAM lab, Lemon Science, very shortly. We're going to put the supplies list into the chat. So if you don't have that ready, you can take a look at that. This is showing on YouTube Live as well. So if you miss any part of this lab or you don't have the ingredients with you today or the materials, you can always go back to our YouTube channel, rewatch the video, and do the STEAM lab with me all over again. Okay, so I'm just going to give you another minute before we start. So make sure you review the supplies list and we're going to get started very shortly. Again, I am Miss Jackie with the Santa Clara City Library. Welcome to STEAM Lab Lemon Science. This is recommended for children ages 7 and up with parental supervision because we are going to be using a knife today to cut some items. And we also have some other materials that might get a little messy. So make sure you have a parent or guardian with you. Our YouTube channel is, we'll put it in the chat. All right, thank you to Miss Lorena, who is putting the link to our YouTube channel. All right, and hello to everyone joining us. If you're watching us on Zoom or from YouTube, welcome. I hope you're all having a great day. Let's see, what time is it? Okay, it's 4:03. So I think we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let's see here, oops. Okay, so first thing is, oh, actually, I do want to share my screen again. Okay, so just to review very quickly, the scientific method. So keep this in mind as we're going through our activities. So we have 4 activities today. So let's review the scientific method. Number 1, pick a question. So you're gonna pick something that you're curious about. Number 2 is form a hypothesis. Make an educated guess at your question's answer. Number 3 is to perform the experiment. Make a plan and test your hypothesis. Number 4 is data. Record your experiment's results and your observations. Number 5 is analyze. So you're going to review and draw conclusions from the data that you just recorded. And number 6 is report. Explain your results, whether your hypothesis was correct or not. So because this is just an informal lab, we're basically just going to share what we think is going to happen for the activity. And then we're going to perform the activity and see if you guys are right. Okay, so moving on to the first activity. Activity 1 is called Lemon Float. So the materials that you're going to need is a tall cylinder vase. It can be plastic or glass. You're going to need 3 lemons and you're going to need water. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my science cam and we're going to perform the activity together, okay? So if you are ready to get started, go ahead and raise your hand in Zoom. If you're not ready or if you need another minute, you can let me know in the chat. Okay, oops, let's see. So Ariana asked if we need to cut anything. Yes, we are gonna need to cut something. We're gonna cut our lemons. So make sure you have a knife ready for that. Okay, I see a lot of hands up. Okay, I am going to switch over to my camera. Okay. Don't know the materials. That's okay. We have Miss Lorena can link the supplies list again. And if you don't have it, that's okay. You can always rewatch this video and perform the activities at a later time. All right. So for now, if you don't have the items, you can just go ahead and watch. So the first thing we need was our cylinder. I went ahead and filled it with water already. So that's there. I didn't mention this, but a cutting board because we're going to be cutting the lemons. I have my 3 lemons here and my knife. Okay, so the first experiment is called lemon float. So basically, we're going to float some lemons in this vase of water, okay? Let's see here. I'm going to put this here. Okay, so the directions are fill the vase with water almost up to the top, which I have done right there. We are going to completely remove the peel from 1 lemon. All right, so let's see. I'm going to do on this one because it's the smallest. So you can either use your fingers. I think I might just go ahead and just use my fingers because it might be faster. It's up to you. Whoops. Some lemon rind went flying. And you might make a little bit of a mess. So go ahead and peel the rind off of 1 lemon. And don't throw away these rinds because we're going to use it in another activity. So throughout all 4 activities, we are actually going to just keep reusing these same 3 lemons, okay? So there's no waste. All right, here we go. 1 bare lemon, I'm going to put that right there. Now we're going to remove the peel except for the top part on our second lemon, okay? So here's our second lemon. Oh, and I forgot to mention this, but I have enabled the closed captioning. So if you're watching on Zoom, and I believe YouTube should also show it too, but there is an option in Zoom to turn on the closed captioning if you need to see that. All right, so peeling this one. So again, we want to peel most of it off except for the top part. All right, so that's what this one looks like, just the top part left on. And then our third lemon, we're going to leave it completely as is, just intact. Okay, so we're going to put these lemons into this vase. Now, for your hypothesis, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think that these lemons are going to have different effects in the water? Go ahead and let me know in the chat what you think. I'm going to rinse my hands really quickly. Okay, so let's see. Someone says the unpeeled one will float the best. Someone said the lemon with the peel, with the whole peel or with the partial peel? The ones with less skin will float more. These are very good hypotheses. All right. Are you guys ready to find out? Is everyone done peeling their lemons? Okay, what else? Middle one will float the best. The lemon that has no rind is the best, that will float the best with no rind. All right, so we're going to put them in order of the way that we peeled them. Are you guys ready? And actually, I'm going to move this over to another spot so that you can see it better. Let's see, here we go. All right, can everybody see my cylinder okay? Okay, here we go. So the one that we peeled completely, it looks like it went all the way to the bottom. Okay, let's do the next one. So here's the next one with just the top part on. Oh, I think I left a little too much on there. Okay, let's see. I'm going to peel just a little bit more off. So we really just want a very small amount. Okay, so now I peeled about this much more off the top. So try to get the least amount of peel. Here we go. Okay, that's a little bit better. That's the effect we wanted. So as you can see, it's kind of floating. And here we go for the one that is completely untouched. Ready? It is totally floating. All right, so if you guys said that the one with the most peel or the peel intact was going to float the best, you are correct. Does anybody know why this is the case? All right, so here is the science explained. The outer skin of the lemon is waterproof. So it protects the lemons from rain and extreme weather, and it acts as a barrier to keep water out while protecting the lemon pulp inside. When the lemon is cut, water gets into the lemon pulp. So not cut, but when it's peeled. The water gets into the lemon pulp area. The extra weight from the water causes the lemon pieces to sink to the bottom of the bowl or the vase in our case. All right, so this is a lesson in density. All right, so that is our first activity completed. Good job, everybody. We are going to move on to activity number 2. And I will go ahead and share my screen again so that you can see these supplies items. So if yours all floated, you might, are you using regular lemons? And did you get all the peel off? Okay, that's strange. If your peeled lemon floated. Did you take enough of the, I don't know, what do you call that? This stuff to make sure that it was nice and clean? Because the water needs to be in contact with the pulp area. Yeah, so if there's still the white stuff on it, that's gonna prevent it from, the lemons were artificially made. I'm not sure. Yeah, you should definitely pull more of the white off of the lemon, because that's going to prevent it from sinking. Okay, so I am just going to pour out some of the water and fetch my lemons because we're going to need it for the next part. So while I'm doing that, I will pull up my screen again so that we can move on to the next activity. Okay. Oops. Okay, so activity number 2 is Lemon Volcanoes. So these are the list of materials you're going to need. You're going to need 3 lemon halves. So we're going to use the lemons that we had before. This time we are going to use the knife to cut them. You will need, I don't know why I put 2 spoons. You actually only need 1 spoon. You're going to need some baking soda and some food coloring and a casserole dish or a large plate. All right, so go ahead and get those items. And when you are ready to proceed, please go ahead and raise your hand, okay? So if you only have 1 lemon, that'll still work. It's totally fine. You can, I just do 3 because we have 3 different food colorings. And then we were also going to just compare the different ones, but 2 is okay. If you have 2 halves, that's perfect. All right. Is everybody ready to move on yet? I see 18 people with their hands raised in Zoom. All right. Okay. So here I have my cutting board. Where did I put my knife? Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and just trim off the edge over here, just so, because I'm going to sit them flat in my plate. So we have, again, our lemons, we need our baking soda, food coloring, spoon. Here is my bowl. And I'm just going to cut this so that it'll sit nice and flat in the dish. Okay, so cut both ends, and then I'm going to cut it in half. And remember to have your parent or guardian help you if you need to use with using the knife. All right, and then I just need another half. Okay, so here are my 3 lemon halves. All right, You're 11, so you're okay? Perfect. If you are good with a knife, then I am happy with that. I just don't want anyone to get hurt. Okay, so we are on activity number 2, lemon volcanoes. So directions are: use a knife to cut the lemons in half, then use the spoon to scoop out some of the lemons. So what we're going to do is take your spoon and just kind of, you can dig into it. You basically just want to create a little bit of a hole. You can actually just stab it if you want. And before it gets too overflowing, we want to save a little bit of the lemon juice. So you can go ahead and just put some into a cup, because we're going to be using that for one of our other experiments. Okay, so I kind of just made a little bit of a hole in there. Just like that. Okay, so we're going to do that with all of them. Just kind of make a little hole in the middle. Okay. And we are now going to add a few drops of food coloring to each of the lemons. So this one, I have a nice purple color. Oh, it's not focusing. So put it in here. Okay. Next color is an orangey yellow. Let's see this one. Here we go. The next color I have is teal. So I did about 3 drops. I think I need to add one more drop to this one. Okay. All right, so after you have added food coloring to each lemon, we are now going to sprinkle some of the baking soda on top of the lemons. Okay, I think this is why I said 2 spoons. So we have 1 spoon for the digging and 1 spoon for the baking soda. So here we go. I'm going to do about this much. I'm going to sprinkle into the first one. Second one. And the third. Okay, so now I'm going to use my knife and then just kind of stab it and mix the. All right, can we see what's happening? Let me bring the plate closer. So it's starting to have a reaction. So the more I bring up the lemon juice, it's interacting with the baking soda. Let me do this one. So see how it's starting to ooze up more? And I'm going to stab this one even more. Remember, watch your fingers. You can use a spoon if you want. This one I'm trying to release as much juice as possible. Okay, did everybody's lemons do this? So here are our lemon volcanoes. Now I forgot to ask what our hypothesis was going to be, because this is what we're experimenting with right now, is a chemical reaction. So does anybody know what reaction is happening here with the baking soda and the lemon juice? And I'm going to add a little bit more baking soda to see if anything else happens. Add to these two. Can you guys hear the fizzling too? Now it's starting to ooze out. All right, let's see here. So we have someone that said carbonation. Another person said two chemicals are mixing to make a new substance. Anybody else have a guess as to what's happening? It's taking over the place. Good guesses. Lemon juice is acidic, so it makes it bubble up. All right, excellent observations and hypothesis. So here we go, science explained. The lemon juice contains citric acid, which when mixed with a base, and the base in this case is baking soda, which is also called sodium bicarbonate, it reacts to form carbon dioxide and sodium citrate, which causes the liquid to fizz and bubble. So yes, it is having a chemical reaction. Good job, everyone. So that's kind of fun. All right, so we are done with these pieces of lemon. So you can put them aside if you want to. You can either throw them away, but we're not going to need those anymore. All right. It looks tasty. It does look tasty. If your hands are still clean and your lemons are still clean, you could probably, oh wait, no, I'm sorry, we put baking soda on it. No, you don't want to drink that. I was thinking you can make some lemonade, but. All right, Sophia, that was your only lemon. Did you save lemon juice from your lemon? And also the peels, because that's all you're gonna need for the next two activities. So you don't actually need the lemon part anymore. You just need a little bit of lemon juice and the peels. Okay, we're gonna move on to activity 3. Go ahead and put your hands down. Oh, actually, I can go ahead and lower all your hands. All right, so I'm gonna put the supply list on the screen. And when you are ready to move on to activity 3, raise your hand, okay? Okay, so for activity 3, you are going to need, this is called magic paint. You're going to need white paper. You can have 2 pieces if you want. 3 small cups. What I'm actually using are, let's see, 3 little silicone cups. You're going to need spoons, turmeric, cotton pads, 2 Q-tips or paintbrushes, and you'll either need, you can have a variety. You can have powdered detergent, baking soda, toothpaste, or soap. So I have baking soda and toothpaste on hand. And then you're also going to need lemon juice, which we saved from our previous activity. All right. So go ahead and get all your items together, and please raise your hand when you are ready to start the activity. Someone asked if liquid detergent works. It might, but you might have to dilute it with some water because we don't need it to be too strong. So you can take maybe like a drop of it if you want. All the recipes I saw said powdered form, but I think it's good if you want to experiment with that. You can let us know what happens. Okay, so I see 21 hands up. Is everybody ready? Can I use wipes instead of cotton pads? I think so. If you have a napkin, that might work too, or a paper towel, because, so let me go through what we're gonna do is, okay, so we have our cotton pad here. We have Q-tips. We have our 3 cups right here. One which already has the lemon juice. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, our paper, Q-tip, cotton pad. This is what turmeric looks like. So yes, Miss Lorena said it was a spice. It is a spice. It's yellow. Use it for cooking. It might be in your kitchen. If you don't have it, that's okay. But we do need the turmeric for this portion of it. So this is what it looks like. Yeah, you can use cotton balls. That'll work too. Okay. So I have my baking soda on hand, and I also have some toothpaste. So any one of those items will work for what we're going to do. Okay, so again, this one is called Magic Paint. Are we ready to start? I see a few more hands going up. Yes, okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to spoon or sprinkle some of this turmeric into one of these cups. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Probably about this much. Okay, and then we're going to add a little bit of water and mix it up. So go ahead and do that. All right, here is my turmeric with water. And just make sure it kind of gets all dissolved in there. All right, so that's our first item. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to dip the cotton pad into the cup, and we're going to I'm sorry, let's see. That's more mix. Oh, here, yes. So we're going to take our cotton pad or cotton balls if you have cotton balls, or if you have a paper towel. So go ahead and dip it in. Let me just remove one of these sheets. And we're going to paint our paper. Ready? Go ahead and do that. So it's going to turn your paper yellow. Okay. I'm actually going to put something underneath because you can see the tablecloth. Okay, next thing So you just want it to air dry for a little bit. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to put either your detergent, baking soda, or toothpaste into another cup and add a little bit of water and mix. So here's my second cup. Let's see. Should I do toothpaste or should I do baking soda? What would you guys like to see? The toothpaste? All right, let's try that. Okay. Oops. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna put just a little bit. All right, so there's my toothpaste. I'm gonna go add some water and mix it up. Okay. So mixing. It smells minty fresh. All right, there's our toothpaste. And our third cup is, of course, the lemon juice. Okay. All right. So next we're going to take a Q-tip or paintbrush into the cleaning mixture. So the cleaning mixture is going to be the toothpaste. You ready? So I'm taking my Q-tip. Hopefully my paper has kind of dried a little bit. And dip it in. Can you see what's happening? So here's this line that I just drew. I'm going to dip it in again. Let's see. I'll draw a circle. It might be a little bit hard to see on my camera. And are you guys able to draw something on your paper and have it show up? Let me bring this closer. All right, cool. Okay, so before we figure out what's happening, go ahead and give me your hypothesis in the chat. And what we're going to do next is we're going to take the next Q-tip and put it in the lemon juice. So here's my lemon juice. Get it nice and dipped in. And then I'm going to trace over what I just drew, okay? Well, that did not happen like it was supposed to. All right. So what was supposed to happen with the lemon juice was that it was supposed to kind of cover up what I had just drawn. But it's actually not working correctly. Sorry about that, everyone. But basically what we were trying, it was kind of like magic painting, right? So we were supposed to be able to, did it work for you? Mine didn't work. It could be because for this experiment, I used Meyer lemons, but I think regular lemons work better because of their acidity level. Meyer lemons are less acidic. So did it work for everyone? Where you were able to cover up what you drew? Let's see. It worked for you guys? Great. Well, as long as it worked for you, that's how it's supposed to happen. Okay, so what do you think happened? What just happened on our beautiful piece of turmeric paper? Okay, so here is the science behind our activity. So have you ever heard of pH? Well, a pH level tells us the acidity or basicity of items. So turmeric is a pH indicator. And turmeric is a natural pH indicator. It changes color when acids and bases are present. So the acid being the lemon juice, and the base is our toothpaste, or if you have the baking soda or the cleaning item. So in the presence of acids, the turmeric remains yellow. So that's what was supposed to happen with this. When I put the lemon juice on top, it was supposed to go back to the yellow turmeric color. But in the presence of an alkaline substance, which is the base, it turns a different color. So it's supposed to turn red or like a dark brown. Let me try it with some baking soda really quick. Let me grab another cup. Let's see. I want to see if maybe that makes a difference. So it's actually supposed to turn kind of a brown color. All right. Okay, and I think I have one more Q-tip, so I'll try that. Okay, so here is my baking soda. Just to experiment and see. It's always good to try different variations of your experiment. Well, that didn't work either. Did anybody try baking soda on their piece of paper? Can you let me know? Okay, and did it turn reddish or brown for you? Huh, okay. Well, sorry about that, folks, but theoretically it's supposed to happen. So when in the presence of an alkaline substance, a base, it's supposed to turn a different color. I saw it on a video and it turned kind of like a dark brown. Oh, Jeanette said you did it with baking soda and it was perfect. Okay. It worked for some people at least. It was brown and then it erased. That's perfect. That's exactly what was supposed to happen. So basically, substances go through a chemical reaction when they meet a pH indicator. Again, the pH indicator was the turmeric, and that causes them to change color. So when you paint over the turmeric, you will see the brown appear because that color is the base, and then the detergent, it will change color when it interacts with a pH indicator. I'm sorry, pH indicator is the turmeric. So this is the base that was supposed to change the color. All right, so if you guys were able to do that, congratulations. It didn't work out for me, but that's okay. We're gonna move on to our last activity. And I'm not gonna put my screen up because the only thing we're gonna need for this activity is we're going to need balloons. So just regular old latex balloons. And we are going to need the lemon peel. So if you saved your lemon peel from before, that is exactly what we're going to need, okay? So go ahead and get that ready. And we're gonna move this out of the way. Okay. So where did I put my balloons? Oh, here we go. Okay, so go ahead and blow up your balloons if you're ready. Oh, I can't use this one. It has a hole in it. Let me try the next one. So the video on YouTube will be called STEAM Lab Lemon Science if you're going to our YouTube channel to find it. Okay. Here's my balloon. Move the camera a little bit. And so I saved my peels from before, and I kind of just shaped them into this, like larger pieces. And Miss Lorena just linked the direct link to our YouTube channel video, so you can always rewatch that. Okay. Activity number 4 is called Balloon Pop. Can you guys guess what we're going to try to do? What do you think is going to happen? We only have 2 things that we need here. We have our balloon and we have our lemon peels. Yes, we're going to try to pop this balloon. Okay. Is everybody ready? Here we go. Okay, so the instructions are blow up your balloons, cut your peels of lemon rind, and we're going to aim and squeeze it with the rind facing the balloon. So we want to squeeze it like this. Let me find a different piece. Now I'm just going to say every time I've tried this, it hasn't exactly worked for me, but we're going to try our best, okay? So I don't think these rinds are very juicy. Okay, I'm gonna do something different. I can't get it to squeeze, so I'm gonna rub it. Did it work for you? Saw somebody say it worked. Yay! That's awesome. I can't get mine to work, but as long as you guys got it to work, that's awesome. It also kind of works out for me because Miss Lorena hates the sound of popping balloons, and I don't want to, make her hear that sound. Let me see if rubbing some of the rind will work. Okay, sorry folks, my experiment is not working, but if it worked for you at home, that's awesome. Oh, it worked when you rubbed it on? Okay, yeah. Let's try putting just some straight lemon juice on it then. Here we go, here's some lemon juice. That's not working for me. Oh, I got it. Yay! Did you guys hear that? Okay, so Jeanette said it's the oil that makes it pop. You guys, that is absolutely right. It is the oil from the peel. So here's the science explained. The balloon is made of polymer material, which is latex. When it touches some organic solvents, it will absorb the organic solvent and expand. So lemon peel contains, I think it's pronounced limonene, which is the same function as organic solvents. So once this has dissolved enough of the latex to form a hole, the pressure in the balloon will cause that hole to expand and burst the balloon in the same way as a pinhole. So if you were to stick a pin in that balloon, that's the exact same effect that it will have. So the oil will dissolve the latex, and because the balloons are latex and latex breaks down when in contact with oil. So good job, everyone. That was an amazing guess. Perfect. Okay. Well, this is what's left of my balloon. Rest in peace, balloon. Okay, everyone, that brings us to the end of our STEAM lab. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, if you need to rewatch the video because you didn't have the supplies, or if you want to just do the experiment again, please go ahead and do so. Again, the link was in the chat. You can always go to our YouTube channel and just search for it. All of our other STEAM labs are also on our channel. So feel free to experiment at home. Thank you again for joining me. I was Miss Jackie with the Santa Clara City Library. Have a wonderful afternoon. Bye, everyone.